In the ever-evolving world of global superstardom, few names shine as brightly as Park Jimin. As a core member of the record-breaking group BTS, Jimin has long been recognized for his angelic vocals, breathtaking dance lines, and magnetic stage presence. But in recent months, fans around the world began noticing something unusual. His security detail appears noticeably different, and in many cases, more intense than that of the other members. Now, industry insiders, security analysts, and close observers of K-pop's global expansion are beginning to piece together the real reasons behind this heightened protection. And while speculation has swirled online for months, the explanation is more complex and more revealing than many expected. A pattern fans couldn't ignore. It started subtly. At airports, award shows, and private schedules, fans observed that Jimin was often surrounded by an additional layer of security personnel. In certain situations, his bodyguards positioned themselves more tightly, occasionally blocking camera angles and keeping greater physical distance between him and crowds. Fan communities quickly began comparing footage from different events. Side-by-side videos circulated across social media platforms showing variations in spacing, formation, and escort patterns between Jimin and the other BTS members. While all members of BTS receive professional security, as is standard for global icons, the difference in Jimin's case appeared strategic rather than incidental. The reality of global fame. To understand the shift, one must first understand the magnitude of BTS's global reach. From sold-out stadium tours across North America and Europe to chart-dominating releases and high-profile brand partnerships, BTS's fame transcends traditional pop boundaries. Within that phenomenon, Park Jimin occupies a uniquely intense space. Jimin's solo activities, including chart-topping singles, fashion campaigns, and international appearances, have significantly elevated his individual visibility. His artistic persona blends elegance, vulnerability, and power in a way that resonates deeply with audiences across cultures. This emotional connection, while beautiful, can sometimes blur boundaries between admiration and obsession. Security experts explain that heightened visibility often correlates directly with increased security protocols, not because of wrongdoing by fans, but because of statistical risk assessment models used in celebrity protection. Simply put, the more global attention, the greater the precaution. Past incidents that raised alarms, though rarely publicized in full detail, there have been multiple instances in recent years where overly aggressive crowd behavior caused concern for management teams across the industry. K-pop's airport culture, where idols are frequently photographed departing and arriving, has occasionally escalated into chaotic scenes. Fans pressing forward, individuals attempting physical contact, and unregulated gathering points have forced agencies to reassess safety measures. Sources familiar with event coordination suggest that certain moments involving Jimin triggered internal reviews. Not necessarily major incidents, but enough close calls to justify preventative upgrades. In celebrity protection strategy, prevention is always preferable to reaction. Solo spotlight. Solo risk. Following BTS's temporary focus on individual projects, each member explored solo creative directions. For Jimin, that meant stepping into a new level of individual branding power. His solo releases achieved historic milestones on international charts, amplifying his standalone recognition beyond even BTS's collective brand. With expanded solo schedules, including fashion events, overseas promotions, and private recordings, the unpredictability of travel logistics increased. Security teams must account for solo travel differently than group movement. When members travel together, protective coverage disperses risk across multiple focal points. Solo movement concentrates visibility onto a single individual. In Jimin's case, solo engagements often drew massive turnouts, particularly in fashion capitals and international cities where his influence intersects with luxury branding. That alone justifies layered security planning. The psychology of emotional idolatry. Experts in fan culture psychology note that Jimin evokes particularly strong emotional responses from audiences. His stage performances frequently center on vulnerability and artistic intensity, qualities that create a powerful sense of intimacy between artist and viewer. While overwhelmingly positive, this dynamic can occasionally attract individuals who misinterpret emotional connection as personal access. Celebrity risk assessments factor in patterns of obsessive communication, boundary testing behavior, and digital harassment trends. Even if only a tiny fraction of a global fan base exhibits concerning behavior, agencies must prepare for worst-case scenarios. The security difference, insiders emphasize, is not a reflection of distrust toward fans, but a proactive shield against unpredictable extremes. Digital era threat landscape in the modern entertainment ecosystem. Physical security cannot be separated from digital exposure. Online threats, leaked travel schedules, doxing attempts, and invasive speculation all influence protective strategies. One of the most searched K-pop artists globally, Jimin's name trends frequently across multiple regions simultaneously. That digital footprint increases vulnerability to coordinated crowd mobilization. Security agencies often monitor social media chatter before major appearances. If data indicates unusually high turnout expectations, teams adjust personnel numbers accordingly. Some recent Jimin appearances reportedly triggered higher than average online engagement metrics, leading to reinforced protective formations. Fashion industry elevation. Another overlooked factor is Jimin's elevated position within global fashion. Luxury fashion houses frequently operate within controlled environments, prioritizing discretion and exclusivity. When a global pop icon like Jimin attends a runway show or private launch, the security requirements merge two high-profile systems: celebrity protection and luxury brand protocol. This dual-layer approach can create the visual impression of extra security, when in reality, it is a collaborative structure between management teams. His presence at major fashion events significantly raised attendance interest, sometimes beyond venue capacity projections. Agency policy evolution. Entertainment companies continuously adapt security frameworks based on real-time data. The global expansion of K-pop has required agencies to rethink safety infrastructure on an unprecedented scale. Insiders suggest that BTS's management adopted updated guidelines following several industry-wide safety concerns, not limited to Jimin specifically. However, because Jimin's appearances often draw particularly intense crowd reactions, those updated guidelines appear most visible in his case. Policy upgrades might include expanded perimeter spacing, increased plainclothes personnel route, diversification, real-time communication monitoring, emergency extraction rehearsals when implemented effectively. These measures go unnoticed, except to highly observant fans. Public reaction, support, and concern. When fan discussions first surfaced online, reactions were mixed. Some expressed concern, wondering whether Jimin had faced undisclosed threats. Others defended the move, stating that global superstars deserve maximum protection. Many ultimately reached the same conclusion: if added security ensures safety and peace of mind, it is justified. Jimin himself has consistently expressed gratitude toward fans while encouraging safe and respectful interactions. His public demeanor remains warm, humble, and appreciative, showing no visible tension despite increased protection layers. The bigger picture: stardom at a historic scale. The scale of BTS's influence cannot be overstated. They redefined global perceptions of Korean pop music and broke cultural barriers once thought impenetrable. Within that legacy, Park Jimin represents a particularly luminous figure, artistically distinct, emotionally resonant, and internationally adored. When fame reaches historic proportions, safety systems must evolve accordingly. The heightened security surrounding Jimin is not evidence of scandal, division, or favoritism. Rather, it reflects a professional adaptation to extraordinary global attention. A quiet confirmation. While no dramatic announcement was made, industry observers now view the situation with clarity. The real reason Park Jimin's security appears different from other members is simple: his individual exposure level, crowd response intensity, solo schedule frequency, and global digital footprint currently demand tailored protection protocols. IT is not about inequality, it is about customization. Security is never one-size-fits-all, especially at the level of worldwide superstardom. What this means moving forward as BTS continues navigating solo projects and eventual group reunions, security strategies will likely remain fluid. Protection models evolve as artists' schedules and exposure levels change. For fans, the message is reassuring rather than alarming.